And halfway through the meeting, someone might call. All right. Did everybody that came in this evening, or each family, get a ticket for door prizes? If you did not, please let me know. Okay, there's one here, and there was one over here, and there was one more there. All right. Any questions so far? We're all good? Thank you. All right. So there are 3 different organizational issues for voting that happened this year. The first is the election of 5 board members. 3 of those members, myself, Tom, and Jeremiah, it is time for us to renew our election back onto the board. And then we also have Erica Musser, who's here in the back. Erica, if you can stand, raise your hand. Erica is running for the board, as is Doug Poole, who's right here. These individuals turned around and contacted us before December, and we got their information out so that people could read about them on our website and vote. There's also the answer to the question to pertain to the 2015 budget, as well as pertaining to the 2014 annual meeting minutes. These are all requirements by our bylaws, as well as what we have filed as part of our bylaws with the state, and therefore we are obligated through the state to make sure that we do elections in this fashion to include the budget and so on and so forth. The board ratifies the budget at the beginning of December to make sure that it's what we want to present to the entire community, and then from that we ask you to vote on that budget. And as far as the meeting minutes, sorry, those, we do know that there are some typos in there with misspellings of names. We will get those corrected. And other than that, like I said, the 5 board members going up there. So again, I'll ask the question, is there anybody that's here this evening that still needs to vote? Voting will close promptly at 8 o'clock, after which Jeremiah will place the call to turn around and to get the numbers, and shortly after that on our agenda we will turn around and we will get that information out to you as far as what those results are. So if you still need to vote, make sure that you see one of us so we can get that taken care of. All right, so our first guest speaker this evening is the wonderful and always awesome Andre Pearson. He is the principal here at Mission Viejo Elementary School, and he is always our gracious host for our annual meeting. So please give a warm welcome to Andre Pearson.
Thank you, I appreciate that. Like Alan said, we are super excited to host you guys' annual meeting here. One of my strongest beliefs is that I'll use this if I need to. It's like I'm talking away in the back. One of my strongest beliefs as a principal is that the community is a critical part of the school. I really believe that, you know, the school is not just for the kids, but it's for everybody. One of my mantras I tell my staff all the time and parents all the time is schools should not be a place of learning just for kids, but it's also a place of learning for adults. And so I want you to hear loud and clear that this is your school, whether you have kids here or not. Feel free to come in here and use it as a resource. We have a lot of events going on at the school. If you feel like you need a room or a space for an event, I'm happy to help you host you guys for that. We have a lot of stuff going on already, so make sure you plan ahead early. We do CPR classes, ESL classes. As you guys saw tonight, the Spartans Basketball League practices here a couple nights a week, has games here on Friday nights. So the school is used pretty often. For a couple years, we did seeing IDOG training. So we've done here a lot of stuff. So I'm just saying, I want you to know tonight that this is Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts used to have meetings here, book fairs, all that kind of stuff. So definitely, if you feel like you want to have an event for it, as long as it's a nonprofit, if you're trying to make money, you can't use the school. But if it's a nonprofit event, meeting of just someone want to meet, do a book study or a book club or knitting, or something, want to just talk about hunting or something, whatever it is. If you just need a space, a lot of people happy to host you here. Just call my secretary at the main office and we can set you up for that. I just want to talk about 3 things quickly though. Number 1 is just give you a quick update about the school. Number 2, kind of give you some district updates and just kind of general trends in education. And then thirdly, talk about an opportunity for you guys to help us out in a simple and easy way. and I'll open up for questions. Number one, just let you know about the school. I do think, as you guys know, Cherry Creek School District do a lot of good things here. I'm very proud of our school. This is my 5th year here. Actually, sorry, my 6th year here. Time flies when you're having fun. And I feel like we're really doing some good things in the 5 years I've been here. Test scores have gone up in reading, science, math. Our one challenge area is writing, but we're going to get better at that for sure. We started trying to work on building a new science lab at the school. Right now, the kids go to science for half of the year as part of the special rotation. Hopefully make it full year next year and add some more things to our science lab, kind of unique for elementary schools. We have our school garden out there. Very proud of that. In the springtime, we'll get that going in full bloom, hopefully. So we're doing some good things. I'm very proud of the kids and the staff. I feel very fortunate to be here. A lot of good things are happening every day. If you just want to just come and just be having a bad day, being around kids cheers you up. So if you're having a bad day, come on in. Let's just walk down to my kindergarten classrooms, and that'll brighten your day faster than you know. A couple things just in general about the district. 2 things that are kind of coming up. Number one is this is going to be the first year that we're going to do our statewide testing all online. Before it was paper and pencil, the old bubble in, Scantron kind of thing. But this year, we're going to actually doing a new test. Before it was called CSAP. Now it's called CMAS. I'll tell you those symbols if you want to know, but don't worry about it. But anyway, it's going to be all online. So the kids and the staff are a little anxious and excited about that. Also, this will be the first year we're going to test science and social studies. Previously, in elementary school, we didn't do that, so we're going to start testing science and social studies as well as reading, writing, math. Another thing that you might be kind of know for many for high school parents is that we're changing our calendar. Previously, we would start school the last week of August and go right through until the first week of June. We're going to move our calendar up 1 week, start school a week earlier, 2nd week of August, and be done by Memorial Day. The 2 main reasons for that is, number one, at the high school level, not so much elementary, is right now the way it's set up with the days, the first semester doesn't end until the 2nd week of January. So the kids will have winter break, and they come back from winter break and then have finals in high school. So that's been a bit of a problem. Some kids, even if they don't study, for a lot of people, instead of having a break for finals for vacation, they're studying during finals. Even if kids don't study for finals, they still have that anxiety and that guilt and that pressure that's on their mind during the break. So they're moving that up to make it match up more with colleges. Also, we found is we're one of the later districts to get out. In most, like Aurora and DPS, they get out a lot earlier than us, a week before. And quite honestly, a lot of kids are not able to get jobs. The summer jobs are snatched up by the kids in Aurora and DPS. And also a lot of summer programs that start, some really cool summer programs start at the beginning of June. A lot of our kids miss out on those because of school still in session. So those are the 2 main reasons why we're changing that for the high school final schedule and to make sure kids don't miss out on summer opportunities. So yeah. Thirdly, way to help us out. We have a lot of challenges here. The biggest challenge is always money. Like great staff, great people. So we're always trying to find ways to raise money. Giving you a flyer for our bingo night. We do these 3 times a year. Simple way to raise money, fun. We got a lot of money. $50 per game. $50 per last game. So coming up in April, so definitely feel free. If you don't have kids here, thank you guys for those. Thank you. Just make sure I got enough. Hold on 1 second. It's gonna start next year. All right, bingo. Bingo. So that calendar change will start next school year, the 15-16 school year. We'll start a little earlier, so the summer will be a little bit shorter because we can start a week earlier. So instead of being a 10-week summer, it'll be a 9-week summer. Just a one-time hiccup. After that, will be back to 10 weeks for the kiddos and the staff. So yeah, definitely love you guys to come out for a bingo night. Just a simple way to support the school, raise a little money. It's a fun time. And then finally, I would just like to open up for Q&A. If you have questions for me about the school in general, education in general, anything else. And also, I'd love for you guys to give me some feedback on how we, as a staff or students, can help the community. That's very important. I want to make sure we give back. I think a lot of times I come to these meetings and I ask people to help us raise money or volunteer or something like that. But I want to make sure it's a two-way street. we're helping you guys help us out. So I would love to get any ideas about what we can do to help the community as a staff and a student body. A lot of 650 kids in the school with a lot of manpower. One idea we did have last year was just having the kids clean up, so my student council goes out 3 times a year and just cleans up, kind of does it around the school. Maybe we also go a few blocks into the neighborhood as well. So that's one thing, that's one idea I got from this HOA meeting. So I'm open to any other ideas and suggestions on how we can have the kids give back or the staff. Oh man, that is a very good question. It's a little bit loaded. 2 things. One, definitely, our attendance has been very stable. Been about 650 every year I've been here. It's a little lower this year. It's about 640 right now. But a good handful of that, honestly, though, comes from out of district. A lot of people in Aurora, a lot of students from Aurora public schools want to come to school here. And so about 10%, about 60 kids here are from outside the district. So I'm staying steady, but I'm getting that many from kids from Aurora that want to come here. Yes, ma'am. If they live in the neighborhood? No, if you live in the Mississippi neighborhood, you're guaranteed a spot. So no worries there. What I do is it's kind of getting a little tricky. I kind of project my enrollment based on previous years, and I kind of determine how many kids I'm going to let come in from other districts, from Aurora. And it's been averaging about a little less my first couple of years, a little more the last couple of years. So, but yeah, no, definitely, absolutely. Any kids in the neighborhood, guaranteed spot at this fine school. Kindergarten, 1st and 2nd grade, I keep it 20 or below. 3rd, 4th, and 5th averages about 25, 27. Honestly, my 5th grade group is very large this year. It's about 29. That's kind of rare. Normally it's about 25, 27 at the most. But this 5th grade group is just a lot of kids. Any other questions or suggestions for me how we can help make this community better? All right, well, I'll be here till around 8. So definitely, if you guys get a break, you want to come talk to me, I'll be sitting in the back there. Again, welcome. Glad to have you guys. Hope your meeting goes well.
All right, thanks again, Andre. All right. See if we can get this thing flipped again. Is it going to work? There we go. All right, so at this time, I just want to turn around and you see a couple of the signs hanging off on the side. Some of the award winners from the holiday lighting contest are here this evening to claim their prize. We had a decent showing again this year for the holiday lighting contest. These are our award winners this year. And I want to thank those people that did participate, as well as congratulate those winners. I want to make a special note for one of our winners who happened to be on our hayride route. And I would love for Larry and his wife to stand up for a second. Larry Rolls he and his wife, they won the best yard in their area, which happened to be right on the hayride route. And I turned around and I let Larry know about the fact that he won that afternoon and was putting the sign up in his yard. And he says, "What time does the first hayride come by?" And I said, "The first hayride is going to come by at about 4:45. And he says, "Great, I got enough time." He says, "About how many people are going to be all together tonight?" And I said, "Well, right now between 250 and 300. And he says, "Oh, okay."
I have enough candy canes.
He had enough candy canes. And what this gentleman and his wife did, and he asked me to turn around and ask the hayride, every carriage to stop in front of his house, because he and his wife dressed up as Mr. and Mrs. Claus. What a wonderful, wonderful gift. Thank you very much. I know a lot of kids came back before they left. I said to them, I hear Santa Claus is around somewhere. If you see him, please let me know. And every time they came back, I had kids jumping off saying, "I saw Santa Claus." So thank you very, very much. It made it a very special holiday and a very special evening for a lot of kids. So thank you very much. We had one award winner also that's annotated there that donated their prize back to the HOA, and we're very grateful for them for doing that as well. A lot of folks just want to turn around and have fun with the competition and do that kind of thing. So we really appreciate them. And again, congratulations to all the folks who were award winners in the holiday lighting contest. Thank you again. I'm going to have trouble with this thing all night, aren't I? There we go. Our next guest speaker is Bob Broom. Bob has been a staple within our community as a resident in Mission Viejo, as well as serving on City Council as our ward representative. And so please give a warm welcome to Bob Broom.
Thanks, Alan. It is a lot of fun to come out to these meetings every year and watch the changes in our community. There's probably 100 things that I can talk about the city of Aurora, and most of them you would be interested in. So I'm going to make a few comments, and then I'm going to rely on you to ask questions so that I can talk about things that you're interested in rather than stuff that I might be necessarily interested in. As Alan mentioned, I've lived here in Mission for 41 years. We were one of the original families that moved into the community, and we've enjoyed living here all those years. And for the last 11 years, I served on City Council, representing both Mission Viejo and Southeast Aurora. There's about 60,000 people that are in my Ward 6, and of course the city is growing. First item I'm going to mention, I guess, is this is an election year. This is the beginning of the end for me, so that's good news for me. We have term limits in Aurora, and so after 3 terms or 12 years, you cycle out. I guess I could run for mayor, but I have no desire to do that. There's been, if you're interested in running, you can pick up a packet at the city clerk's office. There's already 7 people that have signed up to run, and we have one right here in the audience here, Francois Bergen. She's interested in running for Ward 6, which is my seat. Later on, if you looked at the cards that I handed out, we're going to have a candidate meeting in Ward 6 where we'll have the candidates for both the mayor's office, 2 at-large seats, as well as for Ward 6. We're not going to have Ward 4 and 5 come to that because nobody will be there. That are going to be voters in those particular wards. So if you are interested, you need to begin to gear up and get going. I mean, you can wait until theoretically until September to get started. You have an awful tall hill to climb in a short hurry if you did that. A few things to mention. City manager has selected a new police chief to take Chief Oates' place. We were fortunate to have Dan Oates as our chief for a number of years. He provided great leadership in our department during some very, very difficult times. He's since moved on to Miami Beach. Of course, he really enjoys the fact that it's 80 degrees down there right now. And, we're running snow blowers. The new chief's name is Michael Metz. He's a 31-year veteran from the Seattle Police Department. He's had command jobs covering all parts of the police department out there, and so he's very, very well qualified for the job. And as you'll note on the meeting card that I handed out, I'm going to invite him to come to my next board meeting, which will be at the Mission Viejo Library. And I'm sure he'll, since I'm one of the bosses, I'm sure he'll probably come if it's all possible. One other thing I'll mention, this is something that our budget has improved in the last couple of years. We're starting to add back programs that we dropped a number of years ago because we were hurting financially, and that's for neighborhood cleanups. Each ward is allocated $10,000 for cleanups, and there's a process, and I'll leave a copy of the application with the board, and we have until April 1 to fill it out. And each applicant can apply for up to $5,000. This is not only just cleanup, it can be beautification as well. I mean, planting flower gardens or repairing fences around the perimeter, or whatever, you might have in mind. It's something that you can apply for. The other thing I'll mention, and I don't really have a whole lot of information about this, is the Recreation Center here in Mission Viejo is changing hands, and it's thought to be, I think they're going to close the 1st of February or something like that. The mayor invited me to a meeting in November, met with a couple of people that were interested in buying the center. They're Muslim, and I think they're associated with the Muslim mosque over on Parker Road. They're not going to use it as a church, they're going to use it as a community center, and they say it's going to be open